guys. Welcome in. Welcome
Hello
in. Happy Tuesday.
and Happy New Year. No, we've been
We've been live since,
okay.
but Happy New Year.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys being here tonight for a very special edition of our Cruise Chit Chat Tuesday. We appreciate you guys popping in for this special event. We're not going to waste too much time with the hellos and how are you guys doing, but I hope you guys are staying warm because I know that it is really cold here. And I know that some of our family and friends down south, they're getting some snow and
Hmm.
ice and cold. So I hope you, wherever you guys are, that you are staying nice and warm. I want to apologize in advance, guys. I'm a little bit under the weather. So if you see me rubbing my eyes and I sound kind of off tonight, I am a little bit under the weather after this cruise. I got home yesterday morning, like early, like 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
yesterday morning after some delays.
I was your Uber driver.
And just yeah, he was my Uber driver, and just have been extremely busy and just a little under the weather. So pardon me for this evening, but let's see who we have here in the chat. And I have a suspicion that YouTube is not sending out notifications. I had people tell me the other day that they didn't get some notifications. But appreciate, it looks like we have about 14, 15 watching right now. And I think we are live on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, appreciate you guys popping in. I'm sure more people will trickle in as they get notified by YouTube. But welcome in, Philly D's Travel Spree. Thank you guys for being here. And I saw you guys had some snow. I hope PJ, the new baby, enjoyed being out in that cold. And I don't know, do you have school off tomorrow? I know they've already canceled school for tomorrow. So the kids have been off. They were out yesterday for MLK Day, out today because of the cold, and they will be out again tomorrow. So it is really cold here. Fun times with Ray and Nancy. Welcome in. Good evening to you. I think it's been a minute since we've seen you guys, but appreciate you popping in
Yes.
for this Cruise Chit Chat Tuesday. We appreciate it. Oh, actually, we have 45 watching. Maybe it was my screen not refreshing.
Yeah, because
Uh, okay, I can't see. I told you I can't see. Let's see who else do we have here. Cassandra McCoy, welcome in. Thank you so much for being a channel member. Good evening to you. Travel Cake Trips, welcome in to you. Happy Tuesday. Felicia Hall, welcome in. Thank you so much for being a channel member and happy Tuesday to you. Auntie Neen on the scene, hello to you. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. On the Go with Yellow, another channel member. Appreciate you being here. DT Cruiser, another channel member. Good evening to you. Fun times with Nancy Ray. Nancy says it's cold and snow here in Atlanta. Yes, we've been seeing videos and pictures and things all day. We didn't get any fresh snow. It's like the snow that we had is now ice, and it's just
yes.
really, really cold out, like unbearable. Um, let's see. M. Stewart, welcome in. Hello to you. Team Reese Travels is in the chat. Guys, do me a favor. There is a link that I dropped in the chat. Head over before we bring our special guests in. Head over and subscribe to Team Reese. And I'll bring them in once I have 10 people confirm that they are subscribed to Team Reese. I will bring them on. So go ahead, head over. If you're not already following Team Reese, go over, subscribe, and comment that you have subscribed to Team Reese Travels. I'll drop the link again in the chat. And if you're on YouTube, you can also I'm sorry, if you're on Facebook, you can head over as well and subscribe to Team Reese Travels. Let me see. We are live on? Okay, we are live. Thank you. We have Chrissy watching from Facebook. Thank you for being here. Samantha, welcome in from Phoenix City, Alabama. Welcome in. And then Michigan. Michigan schools are closed. Felicia Bell, welcome in as well. So appreciate you guys watching. We have 10 watching on Facebook, so we appreciate it. All right, let's see, guys. Make sure you go over and subscribe. I'll continue to speak as you guys let me know that you are subscribed to Team Reese.
Now, don't we have some news to share since the
Do we?
last? Yes, something happened with us in the last since the last live. We won. We might have won something.
Did that happen? When? Oh, we did. I'm like, I had to think back. Like, when was that? I was on a cruise, so we did. Thank you guys for voting for us. We did win a Meet Night award for social media best social media influencer.
Yes.
So we appreciate you guys voting. I'm like, did we already announce that? I couldn't remember. Yeah, we mentioned it. I think our last live stream we said to go follow and go watch the Meet Night awards, but I don't think we've been live and talked about it since. So yes, thank you so much for voting for us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Let's see. Who else do we have here? Aunt Plum, Tonya Holt, welcome in. Hello to you. Hope you guys are doing well and that you guys are staying warm as well. See, Carly, thank you for being a channel member and good evening to you. We appreciate you being here as always.
Is she back in the U.S.?
She is back in the U.S. She's been back for about a week now. See,
Okay.
Carlene is always somewhere, and
Okay.
she had a really long trip. So guys, if you're not following see, go follow her because she was gone for a little over 2 weeks, I think, around the holidays. So, in some amazing places. So check her out as well. All right, let me see if we have some people subscribing. We have 75 watching or 87 watching. We appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna get ready to bring our special guest out. Melina says, "Hola, cold and ice snowy in the ATL. Well, thank you for being a channel member, and I hope you stay warm." Meet and I, thank you guys for being here
Yes.
as well. It says peace to the chat and happy Tuesday. Well, we appreciate you guys being here. Sheila White from Detroit, welcome in, welcome in. We appreciate you being here as well. Your favorite couple. Kia Shelton, welcome in, says good evening, MH Family Adventures, Team Reese Travels. This is going to be a good one. Curtis, welcome in from Texas. And guys, we want to show off our cups. We
Yes.
had these come in the mail today from
Yes.
Event Your Spirits,
Yes.
Tanya and Tenny. We appreciate it.
Yes.
If you guys ever watch our live stream, I usually have a raggedy old blue cup. And you guys know how you have that cup
Mm-hmm.
that you really love, and it didn't matter if the paint was shipping off.
And
So
it
yeah,
was
so I was
shipping.
like, oh, we can
Yes.
swap out. I have a good cup. So,
Yes.
and I will be sipping because my my throat is on fire. But make sure you're subscribed to Team Reese Travels. We're going to get ready to bring them out. Hello to everyone. I don't want to waste too much more time saying hello, but hello to everyone. If I didn't get a chance to speak to you personally, we appreciate you guys being here. Huh?
Can you scroll that down?
Oh, yeah, I will. You trying to look at yourself?
Yes, I want to. I stay
He's telling me
camera
to
ready.
scroll. He's telling me to scroll the computer screen down because he wants to look at himself. Oh my gosh. Clinton, welcome and welcome in. Let's see who else. All right, we have a few saying they're subscribed. Love and B23 welcome and says, I just recently subscribed to both of your channels. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you.
subscribing to both of our channels. And that's right, if you aren't subscribed to our channel and you're new here, welcome. I'm Raquel from MH Family Adventures.
And I'm Ron.
And this is Ron. We appreciate you being here.
I'm the husband.
He's the husband. Teresa says she's subscribed. Keisha H, welcome into you. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Elton Jones says hello from Red Springs, North Carolina. Curtis Polk says he just subscribed to Team Reese. We appreciate that. That's 3. We need 10. Lead by Living Travel, subscribe. That's 4. Florence, welcome in. She says, caught alive. Yes, we appreciate you being here. It says school closed down here in Georgia tomorrow as well. Yeah, it's cold out. Elton says, I love your cruise videos. We appreciate that. And I'm just trusting that you guys are going over to subscribe. We're not going to keep count because we're going to keep it moving, but we're going to make sure that you guys get subscribed. So we have the pleasure, as I told you at the start of this year, we were going to be doing a lot more collaborating with other like-minded content creators to kind of just get other perspectives on cruising. Because you guys always hear it from me, you hear it from us. Cruising, David Ruffin. Guys, I'm sorry, that's our dog. Come here, buddy. He's like scratching. Um, lost my train of thought.
Like my.
It's very dysfunctional here today.
Yes.
So like I said, we're going to start this year off by having other content creators come on. So we're going to be doing the bi-weekly cruise chit chat, and one of the weeks will be just us talking about cruising, maybe having a certain focus. Then the following week will be us bringing on other content creators. So I'm super excited to have Team Reese Travels. If you guys don't know Team Reese, please be sure to follow them. If you love family content, you guys are here because you love family content. Either that or you love solo content, as you've been seeing me a lot solo lately. But Ray, Kiki, and RJ, they make up Team Reese Travels. And they are also cruise and travel content creators. They have over 1.25 million views on YouTube. You can find them on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can find them all over the place. They are also Meet and I award winners. Most recently, RJ won the Kids Award. They also got Video of the Year with Meet and I Awards and Fan in Real Life Award. They are also travel advisors, which we'll talk more about in a little bit. But if you love everything regarding family, fun, and faith, Team Reese is where you want to be. So we're going to go ahead and bring out Kiki and Ray from Team Reese Travels. See if to get this to work. Welcome
Hey,
in. Welcome
Hey
in. How are
y'all.
you guys?
man,
Wait, let me move this.
good.
Let me get closer to the mic. There we go. There we go. Hello.
We
Greetings.
had to take a look around. Like, man, she's talking about us. We
Greeting.
sound
Yeah,
pretty
she's
good.
talking about
So
you guys.
this is how
Well,
you come on. He's like greetings and salutations.
Right, right. What's up,
well,
guys?
we appreciate you guys being here. How's the weather where you guys are?
The weather is cold, 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 cold. I think negative.
Brr.
What it got down to negative 14. I think either it was
Oh,
Yes.
negative
It
wow.
14 or the
was
real feel was negative 14. It was very cold.
it was negative when I
Wow.
got up. When I got up this morning to go to work, it was -5. When I got off this afternoon, it was 1. So we had a slight heat wave to come
Yeah.
through,
To
and so
get to
here we
one
are.
degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I mean, that's crazy. It's really cold here. We were like, what is it, -12 today? That was the wind chill. So we totally feel it. But we appreciate you guys taking time out, because I know you guys are just as busy as we are, taking time out of your busy schedules to come and chat with us about cruising. So for those of you that are watching, we currently have, as I can barely see, 98 watching. We appreciate it. If you guys could hit that thumbs up, if you have not already subscribed to Team Reese, head over and subscribe. But we're really talking tonight about family traveling, family cruising, being content creators. So that's kind of our focus for tonight. So if you have questions for Team Reese, because right now we just have 2 of 3, we're missing RJ. So they do travel with RJ. I'm gonna let you guys
Yeah.
tell everyone about you. So tell us about Team Reese. Who are you, and kind of what you do?
All right. Go for it.
Well, you've already done a lot of the leg work, so I could just say here we are. Really, that's all. That's all I can really say. Thank you. So Team Reach Travels. We are a family of 3. We've been on YouTube now for since
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Yeah, because we started our channel was supposed to start. We were going to go to Vegas in March of 2020, and then the week of that we were supposed to go, the hotel called and said, "Don't even worry about it," because they shutting the whole world down. So
Oh,
don't even come on.
Yeah.
Don't come out here because we ain't got nothing for you.
Entire world shut down just as we were starting our travel channel. So, yeah.
So we've been on YouTube now 5 years. And it has been a very interesting journey. You know, like Kiki said, we started in the midst of the vapors and we had to pivot a little bit, try to figure out what we were going to do because we weren't traveling. So we, did a lot of more home things, cooking, lifestyle, just general conversations. And then when it kind of opened back up, we got back on the road. And so here we are. So we're back out traveling again and just enjoying ourselves.
Yeah. Trying to encourage and inspire other families to travel with their kids and not,
absolutely.
There's so much out here. There's so much more than what's in your own backyard.
Yep.
And a lot of people we hear say, well, I'm gonna wait till my kids get older, or I'm gonna wait till that, you don't have to wait. You can get out and you can do it now. And we just want to show people how to do that. So
Absolutely. So you kind of, because I didn't realize that. So you guys started off, your first vlog was going to be Vegas, a Vegas vacation?
Yes. And our first vlog ended up being our Vegas trip just got canceled.
I'll have to go back and watch from the very beginning. I follow you guys. I watch Team Reese all the time. And I don't think I went back to the very beginning. So now I'm curious to go back to see how that all, how things have evolved with you guys starting off with Vegas.
Yeah.
Now, did you have the intentions on becoming, because you guys are more so into the cruise space and vlogging cruises, right?
Yes.
So did you have that intention, or did you just kind of
Evolve?
We didn't. We just evolved. We just wanted to be a travel channel. And back then we were cruising like once every 2 years. So cruising was going to be pretty minimal on our channel, but we did a lot of just getting on a plane, flying to different cities across the US, taking road trips and things like that. So that initially was what our travel channel was going to be. And then we loved cruising so much, and so many cruises got canceled in that period of time where everything was shut down. That when things started to open back up, we were like, you know what? Life's too short. Let's do what we love doing. And we just started cruising more and more frequently. So
when did
that's
you guys
how it turned out.
So when did you guys take your first cruise?
First cruise. So my first cruise was in 2011. I cruised with my family. Ray and I were engaged at the time, but he did not go. That was
invited.
That was on the Carnival Valor.
We don't know him like that.
Right. Yeah. Once we got married, it took me years to get Ray on a ship. I finally got him to sail I think we've been married like 2 years or something. Yeah, because RJ was born by the time we got on the ship, and I got him on one, and I had to beg and plead, Ray, come on, please, you're gonna love it, you're gonna enjoy it. And I said, we need to book at least 5 days, and he's like, no, book a 3-day because I'm not gonna like it. Got him on the ship, and then all of a sudden I couldn't get him off. He didn't want to get off, and now he on there booking another one already. It's just like I said, if you'd have just listened to me, you would have known. So yeah, that's how our love of cruising kind of grew.
Absolutely.
And how many cruises have you guys been on to date?
So we actually had to count this up because we didn't know. I have done 16. Yeah, see, it's hard to keep track. I have done 16 cruises. Ray, how many?
10.
10, and then no, 8. RJ 10, right?
Excuse me.
One of y'all have 10 and one of y'all have 8.
RJ has 10. I come in. I come in the lowly 3rd place of 8.
That sounds like Rondo.
2 4s.
Same situation.
Hold on, I got a question. So Ray, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And this is just for you. How do you feel when your wife cruises by herself? Now, blink twice if you can't answer in front of her, and we can take this offline.
I ain't scared, Ron. Don't worry about it. Okay. I ain't never scared. No.
Well, better you than me, because I am petrified.
I ain't never scared. But no, seriously. When Kiki cruises by herself, so I'll put it to you like this. When people would travel with me, they will see I'm like top flight security of the world. Mm-hmm. Like I will have on sunglasses and I will be just standing around looking. RJ and Kiki just be, doing their own thing and having fun and snapping pictures. Snapping pictures and, going into stores. And I'm always looking around like, what the dude doing over there? What is he doing? Why is his hat looking like that? I'm always security. And so when she goes by herself, I'm just like, Lord Jesus. Because I've seen sometimes with Kiki when she get out there. Case in point, we were in Vegas. This is after the pandemic, but we were in Vegas one time and we were at the Stratosphere. And Kiki, that was a really nice area you could take pictures at. And I'm standing there looking at this man coming across the street. Now I don't want to judge. I don't want to prejudge, but I judged, and I was like, I don't know what this man is up to because he don't look like he look like he up to no good. I see this man coming across the street, coming in the direction towards where Kiki was. She never sees that man. Mm-hmm. She has her camera out, looking, taking videos, taking selfies, and I said, Kiki, did you see that man coming up by you? She was like, no. I was like, exactly.
But I'm on guard more when you're around. When you're not there, I'm on guard.
No, she's not.
Yes, I am.
No, she's not.
I am.
So one more question, Rand.
Yeah.
So you said top flight. Now, do you identify more as Day?
That's a good question.
Or are you the cube character? Which one is top flight?
I'm more of probably Ice Cube / Debo.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I'm fresh out of the penitentiary. Well, he wasn't fresh out of the penitentiary, but fresh out as well as still laid back and always just kind of trying to keep cool. I don't want nobody to know I'm looking, but I'm looking.
Okay. Right.
So.
Right.
I'm sorry for that tangent.
You're fine.
Give it back to you, boss.
So we have 133 watching. Guys, we appreciate you being here. If you can hit that thumbs up. If you are just popping in, I'm Raquel and Ron from MH Family Adventures, and we're speaking with Kiki and Ray from Team Reese Travels, just chatting about cruising, family cruising, being content creators. So if you have questions, feel free to drop those in the chat and head over and subscribe to Team Reese Travels. So out of all the cruises that you guys have been on, which one to date has been your favorite?
Man, I think I know that answer for both of us. So the Disney Magic, I think, was really up there, really high up on our list. And that's mainly because it was a good cruise for one, and it is our favorite cruise line. But also they pixie dusted us with this concierge treatment. And so it's hard to not let that be my number one spot. Icon is pretty close. Icon was a really good cruise too, but that whole situation with concierge and Disney and not having to pay for that was pretty amazing. So that was it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, so that concierge upgrade, that'll make you bougie real fast.
Well, we have not had that pleasure
Yes.
of being concierge yet, but now we're speaking of Disney. I know that I've been pretty vocal on our channel about Disney cruises. As a travel advisor, I get families wanting to book Disney. Disney is expensive. So I know that this is one of your preferred cruise lines, correct? Disney?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so Disney, you guys have a few different vlogs from Disney.
We do,
So
yeah.
if you're looking for Disney content, don't come to our channel. We don't have it. We have one. We have Disney Dream. We have Disney Dream, but go over to Team Reese because they have Disney Cruise content. But for those that are families what is it about Disney that keeps you returning as a family?
I'm gonna let Ray take that because Disney is really, really his thing. He loves it.
I think just the atmosphere itself, first of all. So everybody talks about like Chick-fil-A and they talk about it's another restaurant that has great customer service, but then Disney takes it to a whole nother level. And on a cruise ship, it's on an even greater level. And it's just like, even though Disney is expensive, you never feel like, okay, I'm less than because I didn't pay for that particular room, or I didn't pay for that particular status, or I didn't do concierge, or we didn't, our child didn't go to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique or anything like that. You never feel like an outcast because you didn't pay as much as everybody else. Okay. And so they always make you feel included. They always make you feel welcome. They always make you feel warm inside. And it's just a good time. I'm honestly would say that it's just fun for me. It's just relax. Anytime I go on a cruise, it's relaxing, period. But Disney is fun because they have something for everybody, just like they do at the parks. There's something for everybody. Now it's more of a compact space, but it's still something for everybody, and it's enjoyable. And I look forward to doing it. And I always just tell people, like, with Disney, it's two things got to happen. Either you got to like kids or you got to like Disney. If you don't like neither one of those, you go on here and let that go. Don't even do it. Don't set yourself up, because it's going to happen one way or another. And there are adults on there.
Like, I love kids, but I don't really love Disney, and I don't think he likes either. So it's just like, I don't know. It's for us. But so for those families that are, because you guys are travel advisors, correct?
Yes.
Can you share with us? Do you mind sharing with us a little bit about your travel agency?
Sure. So we are Team Reese Travels. Just recently, actually rebranding under our own Team Reese Travels name. We did run R2. Well, Ray ran R2 Travel for the last couple years. And we just decided that it was time for me to step into the game. And so I'm just stepping my foot into the TA waters and rebranding under Team Reese. We specialize in, I really like talking to people. So I love the service of just talking people through what is good for them, what cruise line is going to work. What are you looking for out of your trip? And what do you want to do while you're there? And what stands out when you think about cruising? I love that part of being a TA. And so really just connecting with people and understanding their wants and finding something and curating an experience for them. That's what we really want to specialize in with Team Reese Travel Agency. And so that's what I've been doing. And then Ray knows he's trained in the, what's the other side? The all-inclusive side of it. I am not. And I will tell anybody that is not my specialty. I am a cruiser. I am happy to help you, but that's not my specialty. But Ray does know those. So we kind of are a good team here. We can kind of tag team both ends of it.
Yeah. So
hold on 1 second. So you see how they help one another? See, all my wife lets me do is plug in a laptop. And sometimes she don't
turn the lights on. So with the travel agency, as far as Disney, because like I said, we still have our reservations. I've been on 65 cruises, one Disney cruise. And for me, the issue is the cost of Disney compared to other cruise lines. As travel advisors, content creators, and Disney lovers or Disney cruise lovers, what tips do you have for families as far as trying to find the best deal or, the best time to book a Disney cruise? Any info that you have as far as Disney?
Yeah. So the further out, the better. we typically book Disney cruises 2 years out, 18 months out,
18 months.
really. The further out you book, the better. And that's with any cruise line, really. The things to look for with Disney, they never run the, hey, get a $200, $300. They never run those kind of deals. They don't exist with Disney.
That's illegal.
What does exist is half off a deposit. They have a current half off deposit sale run right now on particular sailings. So I encourage people to book during that time period because they do have a 20% down payment requirement. And that's a lot of money when a cruise is already very expensive.
Absolutely.
So being able to cut that in half is what we will tend to tell people. But I even as much as I love Disney, I never recommend anybody to try Disney as a first-time cruiser. I think that you should know if you like cruising or not before you spend that kind of money on a cruise.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So any tips on your end?
I feel like and then if you book, try to, unless you just have to do it at a certain point in time, try to find like an off-peak season.
Yep.
Off-peak pricing, because you can get a better quote unquote deal on an off-peak pricing than you would in the summertime, because it's going to cost you more in the summer than it would be in like the fall, like October, August, September, October, stuff like that. And so I would look at the off-peak pricing and just
anything that's not a holiday,
right? And if off-peak pricing can also include where you got to take your kids out of school, so just kind of be open to that and be mindful of that, because most Disney cruises are like 4 days, between 4 and 8 days.
They start at 3 days.
They start at 3 days.
They start at 3 and go all the way up to like 14. So
so just be open and mindful that sometimes you gotta take your kids out of school,
and you won't be the only one that took your kids out of school.
You won't be the only one.
So that was my next question. So speaking of that, you guys released, if you guys aren't following Team Reese on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, correct? They recently released, and I was trying to upload it, but I got to figure out a new streaming software. But you guys released a reel of RJ, and it said, so it was captioned, the school called and said my kid was absent from school. Here's my kid, and he was dancing. I think it was it a silent disco party?
It was a silent party, on the ship.
So as parents, what are your thoughts? Because I get this question a lot from clients, and then also having been a retired school administrator, people are always curious to know my thoughts on taking kids out of school. What are your thoughts on taking kids out of school or giving them time away from school to travel or to cruise? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that you got to know your kid, for one. We know what RJ can handle and can't handle. I do overall, as a general thought of pulling them out for vacations, I support it. I think that you learn a lot by being out of school and just getting around and travel and seeing different things. But I support it as long as the child is prepared for it and ready for it. RJ, 5 years ago, we could pull him out as much as we wanted, and I wouldn't feel bad because I knew he would bounce right back to it. The older that he gets, the harder it is for him to recover from that time out. And that I say that as someone from a district where they get 5 days of vacation time, where they can just use it just to go on vacation. We are selective about how we use that time because we know that he can't always bounce back as quickly. Whatever he is learning that week is standing as the basis for what he's going to learn the next week. So even if we're making up work while he's gone, he might be missing some of that foundation that he needs for the week after. So we've become more selective about how we use that time now that he's getting older, and trying to really put it around holiday. As much as we hate paying to cruise around holidays, we really have gotten better at doing that because you kind of have to. So
right. Yeah, and I'm kind of along that same mindset. Like our kids can miss a few days of school for travel, for vacation, what have you. And the thing about it is I get a lot of questions and comments about, do your kids ever go to school? And I always have to say, hey guys, just because you're now seeing the video doesn't mean we just took the cruise. A lot of times, like for our family, we cruise a lot in the summer. We cruise during the holidays. And so you may see the vlog next week, but that was filmed 3 months ago or during their breaks or whatever. So our kids don't miss no more than like 5 days of school for the year. for travel purposes. It may look like they're out, but they're really not. We try to balance things around. We get like a fall break, we get a spring break, we get, we get all these breaks, or like there might be 3, or if our district is really good about
teacher
development days, backing up to weekends, backing up to a
Nice.
holiday. So you might naturally get a 5 or 6 day,
Yeah.
it's their teacher professional development. So we plan that way, but we get questioned that a lot. But I personally, as a former school administrator, I do believe that there's power in traveling, and that you can have, just as high level of education there. I get the whole you're missing these key points that you're going to eventually need later on.
Yeah.
So I get that, but there's also a lot of power in travel and education that way. Let's go back to the chat real quick. We have 100 and, excuse me, guys, hold on, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize if I sound a little off, but we have 154 watching. We appreciate you guys being here. If you are not subscribed to Team Reese Travels, please head over to Team Reese Travels and subscribe to their channel. I have dropped the link, but let's talk to a few more people here and see if we have any questions. Welcome in, Miss Bree Brizzle, channel member. Appreciate you being here. Jonathan Page says, hey, looking very glamorous this evening. If you only saw what I have underneath. Guys, when I tell you, we throw together we get on these live streams. I was looking all kinds of scraggly in front of my computer earlier, and I had to go sprinkle a little something in my hair. I said, oh, I'm not taking these sweatpants. I have sweatpants on right now. And I said, oh, let me just throw a shirt on. And I put this on, I'm like, oh, it's a little too big, but it's going to work. Ron's like, you got shoulder pads. I'm like, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. But I appreciate that. Parker's on the go. Welcome in. Thank you for being channel members. We appreciate you being here. Savvy Voyages, welcome into you. Rich Escapes Travel, welcome in. Welcome into everyone. I want to make sure I speak to everyone, but I want to make sure I'm getting to those comments. Ms. Johnson, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Controversial Cruising. Everybody watching on Facebook, we appreciate you being here. I'm just kind of scrolling real quick to see if we have any questions. If you have any questions in particular for Team Reese, please drop those in the chat. And I just scrolled all the way to the bottom. Oh, I think I see a question. Hold on. Curtis says Ron's looking at himself. Mac Daddy in the house.
That's all right, Ron. I like to look at myself every now and then too. It's okay.
So, someone got to appreciate.
Yeah.
Right. Look in the mirror. Jesus.
On the Go Yellow says 5 years. Wow, I didn't know that. I think they're referring to you guys being on YouTube for 5 years.
Yeah.
Marjorie, welcome in. Jaretha, welcome in. Appreciate you guys being here. Now we have a question. C with C asked, Team Reese, you had great growth over the last year. What would you say was your breakout moment? That's a really good question.
Yeah. Hey, C. I wonder if Ray agrees. I really think that doing Icon really helped us to break out. And it's funny because initially, I mean, we went on the cruise. The cruise was awesome. We had a good time. We enjoyed it. But initially, when those vlogs were rolling out, they were not doing as well as we had hoped that they would do. But then once it was over, the end of that series came, and I was just like, I'm just gonna put a movie together and put that out. And I think it was Siobhan from Parkers on the Go that originally was like, hey, try the movies every now and then, they help. And so I was like, I'm so sick of Icon content, I'm ready to move to the next thing, but I'm gonna put this movie out anyway. And the movie blew up, and it's now the biggest video on our channel. It's the most successful video on our channel, and we've gained like 1,500 subscribers just from that video alone or something. So that definitely helped us break out in 2024. It got some new faces coming into the live streams, coming into the videos, made us, build even more community than we already had. And so that definitely was a breakout for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So speaking of YouTube and breakout moments, what are some of the things you love about being a content creator, being on YouTube and social media? What are some things that you love?
You want to go?
So I think one of the things I love about being a content creator on YouTube is the extension beyond the screen. I not so much around here with us, but in other places when we travel, people know us. To see some of the comments and some of the questions come in, just be it either on Instagram or on YouTube. Those are the two I usually look at the most. But to see those comments and see people say different things and ask different questions, meaning that we are reaching beyond the screen. So
that's it for me too. That's that hour. when somebody comes into our comments and says, you inspired me to take this trip. You inspired me to take my son on a cruise. You inspired me to, take my kids to Vegas with whatever it is that's along those lines. That is what stands out for me. We had a mission for our family even before we started Team Reese Travels. And our mission statement was pop quiz, right?
Our mission statement is to be a blessing, serve the underserved, and
to have fun while doing
it.
And so when we get those kind of comments, that feels that mission for me. And so that's the best part about being a creator for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's great.
What's our mission statement?
Ours
is very similar to yours. We just really want to encourage families to get out there and travel and cruise and do it in a budget-friendly way. So that's ours isn't as eloquent as yours. So we kind of have a mission going on here.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So as far as the content creation side, what are some of the things that you don't care for as far as being? I know we have quite a few people watching, some that are new content creators. You guys have been, doing YouTube for 5 years. What are some of the things that you just don't, that you could do without?
The vacations are work now.
Yeah.
And even when we say we need to take a vacation, that really is a vacation. It never turns out that way because we always feel compelled to pick that camera up. Yeah. Now we've balanced in a way that we always take at least one day during every cruise that we are not going to vlog that day. And if we do anything, it ends up being like members only content. But that part is still a little bit hard, especially the older that RJ gets, because he on vacation. We don't make him work as part of the channel or anything. He's on vacation, and we try to remember, no matter what we're doing on this ship, this is RJ's vacation. And so a lot of times he just wants his parents to hang out and go to the arcade and play games or go swim in the pool. And so we have to make sure that we're making time for that. And that can get very hard, especially on sailings like we were talking about Icon, how expensive that was. And
that's when it came out.
Wanting to make that something that really helped the channel, but also having to balance just being on vacation with our son. That can get very tricky sometimes.
Yes, absolutely.
We were, where were we at? We were at whatever the Italian restaurant, whatever the Italian restaurant is on
Icon.
On Icon, is it that from the time we sat down, like the whole, y'all might not be able to tell because Kiki got them skills to pay the bills with the editing, but it was very difficult. And that's when he expressed, was like, hey, when are we going to spend time with each other? And in the back of our minds, we was like, man, we've been on you've
been on 3 cruises in the last 4. What are you talking about?
But it was a learning experience because he expressed his feelings and said, hey, we on vacation. When can we be a family and not work? And that's pretty much how he put it. And so that's when we was like, okay, we got to find that balance now and not just had a camera up all day long. And then when we do pull it up, make it brief or make it something quick. Or like Kiki said, maybe it's just something for the members. And so that was just something you had to learn.
Yeah. And I think that's something that over time you kind of get better about because like I recall when we first started, I felt like I would have hours on hours of content and, then you reduce that down to just, a 30, 45-minute vlog. Whereas now pretty much what you see in our vlogs. So I feel like I really found that balance because pretty much what you see in the vlogs, that's all I filmed. There might be like I might have 60 minutes worth of content and now it's reduced to 45 minutes. It's no longer hours on hours because I'm just not doing that anymore. And I agree, taking that time off. I've learned to the last C-Day, and I learned that C-Day vlogs don't get as much traction anyway. So why am I putting forth all this effort for C-Day vlogs? So I've started, the last C-Day of a cruise. I'm not vlogging anything. If anything, I might pick it up and do some vertical content, but I just don't because I want to use the C-Day to relax, enjoy the ship, whatever. And I enjoy it anyways because I feel like I found that balance of not always having the camera out and, so. But yeah, I get that. Yeah. So as for those who are like new content creators, because we always have a lot of new content creators watching, what would be like one tip that you would give them starting off with YouTube?
pack your patience.
yeah. Things don't always move as fast as you would like them to.
Yeah.
And my thing would just be yourself, stick to being authentic. People can see that. People can see when you are being authentic, and they can see when you are not. So it's way easier to just be yourself.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Mhm.
Parker's on the go says, I will take up for her. She does pay attention to her surroundings because she will say, Ray would hate to know I'm doing this.
Thank you, Siobhan. And I do.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm just scrolling. It says, are you all going to be on Star of the Seas in Agra? I can tell you that we won't be, because we have
conflict.
We have Greece.
Oh,
yeah, we have Greece.
I'm going on that one. Right?
Yes, you're going on that
one. Yay, Ron's invited. We will not be either. At least as of right now, no.
Physically, mentally, here, I'll be there. I'm on every cruise. Mentally. Physically, no, we won't be there. Not on this one.
And Ray, as she's going through these things, I want to compliment you for how you explain the rationale for the Disney cruises and making it affordable. I was just told that our checking account doesn't work that way. That's the only reason they gave me.
Don't worry. We had those same conversations. My checking and my savings don't always add up.
Maybe cruise only Disney if I let them. So
okay,
Disney's just not in our. Oof. Yeah, I look at those prices when I'm quoting clients, and I'm just like, I booked a few Disney cruises today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we'll be there one day though. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Seth Moy says, hello, I emailed about booking a cruise like 2 weeks ago and haven't heard back. Email me again if you emailed me. If I didn't respond, I probably didn't get your email, so make sure you send it to the correct email, because I can tell you that this is the busiest. I'm sure you guys are experiencing it as well. This is the busiest time for booking travel, booking cruises, what have you. So if you are going through my inquiry system, you'll probably get an alert that'll say that this is the busiest time, that we are currently operating on like a 5-day return business days. But with us traveling this night, it might be a little bit longer. But our queue was like back to back to back to back. If you're emailing me, make sure that you're sending it to the correct email address, because I respond to emails and I might tell you, hey, it might take me a little bit of time, but I do follow up. So send me another email and I will get back to you. But yeah, will not be on Star of the Seas. If they do a preview cruise, it's possible, but the Star of the Seas inaugural conflicts with our Greece trip. On the Go Yellow says Disney wants their coins. Yes, they do.
They sure do.
All of them.
Travel Cake Trip says, for couples without little ones, is a Disney cruise a good fit?
So we've never been on a Disney cruise without RJ. So that's a good question. I have heard
that ain't gonna happen.
Oh man, it's gotta happen one day. There are adult only things to do on Disney ships, and if you are looking for like adults only content on Disney, I know Sig has a vlog out now, a series she just started, Sig Cruiser. I know My Cruising Family has a series out where she's alone on a Disney cruise. Yeah. We didn't get into enough of the adult only stuff for me to be able to say yes or no to that. I do think that you could still enjoy it as an adult by yourself. I don't know that you would have 7 days of stuff to do. So I would just advise you to watch some of the vlogs of people that have done it without kids. Yeah. What do you think, Ray?
I think that honestly, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like with Disney, you either have to like Disney or you have to like kids. And there are adults who are on these Disney cruise ships who are bigger Disney fans than the little kids. I mean, I've seen people almost run kids over trying to get to Mickey Mouse and get to Daisy and Donald. I was like, man, they love Disney. So if you have a love for Disney, then some way, somehow you're going to find, you're going to have a good time on there, because it's Disney. So they'll figure it out for you, or you'll figure it out, or y'all will work together.
Yeah. Parker's on the Go just jumped in too. They have a Disney series out as adults only on Disney too. They have a couple of them,
And My Cruising Family just popped in, welcomed in. Peter says, looks like I joined the convo at the right time. Somebody say Disney. You definitely check out My Cruising Family, because they are Disney lovers as well, and they have content out there. Let's see if we have any other questions in the chat. Peter says Disney was my first cruise. Yeah, I think Disney was probably like our 15th or so. And it was good, but it just wasn't like nothing really popped for me. It was like, okay, this is all right.
You know, you said they had.
Oh, they had crab
Hey,
legs.
I'm
at the
easy. I was just about to
buffet.
say, y'all, I'm easy. They had crab legs on the buffet. They had me
Yeah,
there. So,
yeah, they did. But they didn't have hot garlic butter, so I was like, it's good. But
so here's a trick with the butter. I get a cup of hot water. And I get a little container, those little like sauce cups, and I put a little pad of butter that comes with the bread and put it in that little cup and put it on top of that hot water and melt my butter. And that's how I eat my crab legs. That's a tip for you.
Wow. Okay.
That's that pro.
Yeah. And
One thing I'm gonna know how to do is eat. So
yeah, that's actually a really good idea. And guys, speaking of tips, make sure you check out Team Reese Travels on Tuesdays because they have is it called Travel Tip Tuesday?
yes, travel tips
Where
Tuesday.
they're sharing tips about cruising today. Today Tuesday.
Yeah,
Today
today's
is Tuesday.
Tuesday. We have one today.
It's Chat Tuesday.
It's been so crazy. It's been so busy. Thank you, Dennis and Tia Travels. Appreciate it for the super chat. We greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had their travel tips Tuesday, and today was about disembarkation. So getting off the ship, what does that look like? Here are some tips. So if you are a new cruiser and you're trying to get some tips, or even not even just a new cruiser, because like there's sometimes I just learned about the butter trick. I'm gonna have to try that. But I feel like I'm always learning something. And so, check out their travel tips Tuesday to get more, tips for cruising, make it easier. But welcome in to everyone that's watching. We have 154 watching. We appreciate you guys being here. If you could make sure you hit that like button for us and head over and subscribe to Team Reese Travels. Welcome in, Sig the Solo Cruiser.
And subscribe to us.
And subscribe to us too if you aren't already. We are on the road to 50K subscribers this year. It's an aggressive goal, but I think we're going to get there. I'm going to keep speaking it.
Yeah, speaking.
Absolutely.
Amazing Adventures, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for being a channel member. And Sig, also thank you for being a channel member. Appreciate it. Malia says, I'm an educator and I will take mine out for 2 days max. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do more than 2 days. Our kids usually don't take they don't really, thankfully, they don't get sick. So they don't miss they don't have sick days. And so yeah, like I said, and our district is flexible. There are some districts I know that are just like, no, you can't take your kids out for vacation. Our district is a lot more flexible because our district actually, because our district, the states have so many days you are required to be in school. Our state does it by the hours.
Yeah.
And our school district is well over the number of hours that are needed to say that you're, in compliance. So whenever it's snow day, when there's questions on taking a snow day or not, I think our district can take 20 snow days and still have enough time because our kids have longer school days and so on the Go with Yellow says, missing school was not an issue for me, but if my daughter's participating in school activities, they are penalized for missed days.
Yeah, that makes a difference too.
Yep. Welcome in HB5. Appreciate you being here for being a channel member. Same for you, Alyssa's Adventures and Cruising. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it. If you have any comments, feel free to drop those in. I'm just scrolling. Let's see. Marika says, I went on a Disney cruise without kids and had a blast.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We have to try it without. You think we can get one in without RJ one day?
I don't think he's gonna let y'all.
I don't think so either.
Let's see. Mrs. J Explorer says, how many cruises have you taken in a year?
So I think the most I've done in a year is 5. That would have been last year. Ray generally will take 2 in a year. The Ray's vacation time is very limited. So if you notice, if you watch our videos, you'll see a lot more of me either cruising by myself with RJ or cruising on my own with friends. But Ray's time is very limited. So you don't always see him in the videos on the channel because of that. But that's one of our goals, to try to get to a point where we can all cruise together more often.
They giving me one more week come next year, so I get to get out a little bit more next year, so I'm excited about that. But
that's kind of the same. It's kind of the same case for us.
I work remote, so sometimes I'm dependent on internet connections.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and yeah, because of that too, I cruise a lot more. So like this past year, I took 22 cruises, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get to that this year because I'm tired. But I think right now we have 16 or 17 on the books, but it is work. And I think I just scrolled past a comment where Carlene said about vacation being work. It really is, but I think it's fun. I think it's
Yeah.
fun. And I'm not bothered with it. Let's see. Just scrolling to see. Parker's in the Ghost says, I know a little something. I wonder what that's referring to. Like I'm so
The
far back in
movies
the
probably.
comments.
I think the movie, the Icon
Oh,
movie.
okay. Travel Cake Trip says, can you talk about the balance between content creation, aka editing, and family time? What works for you all? So we've kind of talked about creating the content. How do you balance editing with family time?
I have found that the best thing for me to do is schedule myself time to do the editing. And I try to do it when RJ is at school. I would try to schedule, even now we've taken on the travel agency. I fill my entire day with all kinds of stuff that needs to get done. And I make sure that time, at least when he first get out of school, that I have that available to spend with him. And then I got to be back in my computer. I wish I could say I was done at the end of the day, but it's always something else that has to be done. But if usually RJ is okay. And Ray as well. I try to make sure that I have time to give to both of them outside of the editing and outside of the agency. But it's definitely a balance, and I definitely get it right sometimes, and I definitely get it wrong sometimes too. So we every day it's a challenge, and we make it work.
Yep. Yeah. Balance is. I think balance is something. It's hard, especially this time of year with everything. With it being the start of the travel season and busy being, as far as a travel agency, it's hard to find that because I literally have been in front of the computer from the time I wake up until I go to bed. But the way I balance editing is I typically now I edit in the bed. Mm-hmm. So I tend to get up early, like I'm an early riser. I go to bed early, but I'm an early riser. So I might get up at 5 a.m. and I'm laying in bed until 8 and I'll just knock a video out. And that's why I don't edit from a computer because I need to be able to, I literally in between going to gymnastics and swim lessons and this and that, I'm in the car, okay, let me try to get this video edited. So I'm I'm constantly needing to edit on the go. So I do it from my phone. And so a lot of times I'll wake up first thing in the morning before anyone's up and I'll just kind of lay there in bed and I'm editing a video. So that's kind of how I balance things. And
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. It helps because once I get up out of bed, it's nonstop family stuff, clients, and travel, whatever. So it's hard. Welcome in Travels with P&B. Appreciate you being here. Danny, this spectacular supporter says, a question: favorite video you made with the kids? So what's your favorite video that you made with RJ?
You have one? Because I have one.
What's the favorite video I did, RJ?
My favorite is the Vegas series because it's a play. I love when we can take a place that is not really marketed as kid friendly and show people that there are things that you can do there with your kids. So that's one of my favorite series because we found all kind of just off the grid stuff to do and captured it in that video series and put it out. Now, the YouTube world loves our cruise videos more than our land-based videos. So I don't think YouTube loved it as much as we did. But I love that because that's what we set out to do. So that one sticks out. And we also baptized RJ and vlog that. That's a huge thing for us too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I think the baptismal video was a great video, and it was amazing to be able to do that for RJ and with RJ. I think another one for me would be, is that Aruba? We were at that water park. We had to get off and
take the ferry over to it. Yeah, that was the I can't think of the name of that park, but but
it's in Aruba. It's like a private island, but it's not, but it is. And so that was one of our favorite things to do because we were able to just kind of enjoy because they had a water park, but it was enough water park big enough where I can kind of enjoy out there with them too.
Yeah, Palm Island was the name of it.
Palm Island. And so that was a good video. And I would just like to say this, that I am not the person to say, okay, let's get off and just do something randomly in the city that's unscheduled. It's very hard for me to do that because I don't run it. I don't run like I used to, and so I don't want to have to run back to the ship like I see other people doing. Raquel, I would just like to say that you are a genius in the way you do things. Now, I would say you have gotten me off a little bit, especially when we did the Doom Buggies that one time, and so I was skeptical with that too. But I was, I was like, Lord Jesus. Right? But I just wanted to add that in that I'm not one of them ones.
But you helped me convince him to try it.
I ain't gonna do it a lot though.
You have to step out of your comfort zone sometimes, especially with traveling. I mean, that's the only way you can really experience some things is just stepping outside of that comfort zone. Yeah.
To share with the YouTubers what one of our first dates were.
Oh,
yes, we want to know.
We went skydiving.
Oh yeah, skydiving.
Yeah, that video's up there somewhere. I reposted. Yeah, we went skydiving. But my favorite video with the kids, they're actually kind of separate videos. I would say the very first video on our channel, which is Jill Marie Makes Pumpkin Pie. That was our very first video on YouTube. That was probably my favorite. Just, her behind the scenes. We don't even eat pumpkin pie, but she heard about her friends eating pumpkin pie at school. I'm like, we don't do that here. We eat sweet potato pie.
Thank you.
She wanted pumpkin pie. I saw you guys on TikTok with your video, and I was like, that's hilarious because we don't do pumpkin pie.
Right.
And she was like, my friends eat pumpkin pie. I'm like, I don't even know how to make pumpkin pie. So we bought the Libby's can, and she wanted to make a video. So our first YouTube video is Joe Marie making pumpkin pie.
And it got hundreds of likes.
Yeah, hundreds of views. It got like 12 likes. Talking about hundreds of likes. It got like 12 likes with that. And then I would say probably the first cruise vlog, which was Carnival Sunrise with me and the boys.
See, now I have different takes.
What's yours?
I like the Alaska series.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the waterfalls in Jamaica.
The waterfalls in Jamaica?
Was it Jamaica?
Oh, Kanoko Falls. Yes.
And I also like the river tubing.
Yeah, the river tubing was nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the river tubing is one of y'all favorite videos of mine. I love that video.
Yeah, that was a good one. I forgot about that. I feel like there's so many they just kind of jumble together. I can't keep track. Let's see. Denise, welcome. It says, I almost forgot about this chit chat. Well, we appreciate you being here. And the 144 that are still watching, we appreciate you guys being here as well. Welcome in Regina Davis. Thank you for being a channel member. Appreciate you being here. Let's see, I'm just scrolling. Is it She Sam says we go on Disney without our kids. Yeah, you have to. It's nice. We took our first cruise without the kids. It was just a 2-night Virgin Voyages, and I didn't vlog it. I did not vlog it. I did do a little bit of vertical content, but I didn't vlog it at all because this is our first cruise without the kids because Ron can never get away. So Phil and D says all this Disney talk has us thinking. Yeah.
Go ahead and book it. Book it.
Parker's on the go says we love Disney as adult only cruisers. Yeah, check out their recent series. I don't remember which ship. Was it Disney Magic?
Dream, I believe. I think they did Disney Dream most recently.
Yeah, check that out. Marika says I went on a Disney cruise without kids and had a blast. I'm gonna have to try that one day. I do all this solo traveling and I hadn't even thought about Disney. Maybe that'll give me a different perspective. Let's see. I'm scrolling. 6 says you do not have to be a Disney fanatic to enjoy the all-adult experience. And just scrolling, make sure if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the chat. Just scrolling. So you guys kind of talked about land-based trips and cruising. What is like a bucket list destination that you guys want to visit as a family?
Oh, yes. So we have a goal. This is actually RJ's bucket list destination. One day we were watching TV and we were watching Top Flight Family is one of the families that we watch on YouTube. And they were in the Maldives. And RJ was like, I want to go there. And so that is where he wants to go. And so God willing, for his golden birthday, we will be taking him there. That's our goal, to get to the Maldives. That'll be 2027 when RJ turns 14. So we got a couple of years to make it happen. That'll hopefully be our bucket list destination. And from there, I guess we have to pick another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Maldives. For me, it's Dubai as well as Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, those are mine.
Yeah.
So I'm a stay with.
You go work some more overtime so we can
I'll see y'all later.
make some of these trips
Make it
happen.
happen.
Sound like
Make it
they're calling you right
happen.
now.
I'll see y'all later. Good night.
Makai Harris TV says, will we see a group cruise collaboration between MH Family Adventures and Team Reese Travels? I don't know.
Ooh,
That
look
might
at
not
y'all
be a
putting
bad
us to
idea.
work. I know, right?
I'm all up for a collaboration. So yeah, we might have to
Always.
consider that. Now, have you guys had a Team Reese group cruise, or do you have plans to possibly have a Team Reese group cruise? I know everyone's kind of getting into the group cruise space. We have quite a few group cruises that we have planned. Do you guys think you would ever host your own group?
I think so. I think we have been playing around with the idea for a long time. We were like, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. And just recently we were like, okay, I think this would be pretty cool. I would love to do a Team Reese group cruise. What I would really love to do is I do the like mommy and son cruises with RJ. I would love to do a group cruise like that. Like just get a bunch of moms together and take the kids somewhere. I would love to do that. But I don't know if that'll come before the Team Reese group cruise or not, but those are some of our group goals.
That's kind of cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of families out there with young children that kind of want, like you said, our goals are to encourage and kind of show that you can cruise on a budget. This is how you do it safely. And I do feel like some people have that. And that's why, like with our group cruises, a lot of times, like us going abroad, a lot of like our sisters cruising abroad, we have a lot of solo women that want to cruise. They've just been nervous to do it on their own. And so they have that comfort in doing it as a group. So that's kind of like our goal behind our group cruises, is to the families that wouldn't typically cruise, that might need that extra guidance or support, or feel more comfortable being around somebody that can help guide and show you the way. That's kind of like and that's why I usually go on the cruise before the group. That way people can kind of see what to expect. So that's kind of our thing. Somebody said, oh, New Rocks Travel, welcome in, says, are you guys planning to expand on other trips besides cruises?
Yes, we are, for sure. We definitely even what we mentioned earlier, when we started our channel, it was never with the intention of, just cruising all the time. It just kind of became what we love to do. And it turns out YouTube loved it too. So we've kept with it for the channel and for ourselves too. But we have goals of seeing, there's still states that we haven't seen that we want to get out and see. There's other countries that we want to visit. We haven't done an all-inclusive stay yet anywhere. We would love to do that. A full day out, like we've done like a day pass to an all-inclusive. We want to do an actual all-inclusive stay.
And that's when I kind of fell in love with it. Like I'm not saying I was against or anti all-inclusive stay, but I always felt like I could do more if I'm on a cruise. Excuse me. But when we were on that, right. But when we were on that, we did that all-inclusive last year. I was like, oh.
Just to stay. We did an all-inclusive day pass.
All-inclusive day pass. I was like, oh, I like this. This is something. So I think I would prefer it, like, as long as it's like a nice place or a nice area that's all inclusive, and all inclusive, and they don't be like, hey, well, you didn't get this, so you don't get none. I want it all inclusive, all or nothing, please, and thank you.
And see, I'm kind of on the fence. Like we probably will try an all inclusive this year, so stay tuned for that. We're kind of split. Like, I know I want to try. I've done one all-inclusive out of all my travels. It was with my sister, Cheryl. And I'm just such a busy traveler to where, if you guys watch the vlog, I'm always all over the place. And that's just how I like to travel. And so for me, it's hard for me to pay for an all-inclusive knowing I'm not going to be at the resort, because I'm going to be in Mexico or wherever. And I'm like, ooh, I want to take this tour. I want to go snorkeling here. I want to do this. I want to do that. So for me, it's like, am I really getting the best value by booking an all-inclusive? Because I'm more than likely not going to stay by the pool. I'm not going to go to the spa. I want to get out and explore. So that's kind of been my thing. But we do have plans to try an all-inclusive and see. But we're kind of like, I don't know.
I get that. Yeah, because if you're not there all day, then you paying for being able to have access to drinks and food. But if you're off somewhere, that means you got to buy food wherever you are. Right. So I get that.
Right. Yeah. Lead by Living Travel says, what do you use to edit your videos?
We use Final Cut Pro for all of our long form videos, the full YouTube videos, and CapCut for all of our shorts and reels and TikToks.
For now.
For now, yeah. If it's still there when we get off today.
I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, guys, you won't see us on TikTok anymore. I deleted that. So, guys, with all the drama behind TikTok, I wind up getting upset. I said, I'm just deleting this app. And I deleted it from my phone. And literally, 4 hours later, it said TikTok's back. So I said, oh, okay, let me get back on. And I went into the Apple store to try to re-download it. And you can't re-download it. So surprise. So you might not see us on TikTok for a little bit. We'll have to figure out. But I use CapCut. I keep everything simple. Like our technology is very simple. GoPro, edit using CapCut. It's so simple for me, and I can do it from my phone. So yeah, I keep it easy. I don't trying to learn all these other things and doing what we're doing is just too much. So I'm hoping CapCut sticks around for a while because I don't want to have to learn something else. I did use Filmora for a while, but Filmora started acting glitchy. So CapCut is kind of where we are as far as editing.
I can't comment on this part of the conversation because my wife doesn't let me do anything with this part of the business.
Don't you start, Ray Reese. I see your face. I see your lips. They look like they parting. Don't you start.
I got something to say.
All right. Hey, Ray, blink twice if you don't feel safe.
I'm gonna blink twice, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say. It's just twice. I got something to say. No, honestly, so when we started editing, I used to edit the videos, and then I showed Kiki how to do it with the software we were using. And so at that point, we were still on like just a regular laptop doing, not an Apple, but a regular laptop doing editing. So I showed Kiki how to do it, and she just kind of started doing it and just took over for the 99 and the 2000. And so here we are. And so now what happens is that when I edit and I feel confident, I adjust my necktie and, stick my chest out. And by the time I get the video back, it looks nothing like I did anything to it. I was like, well, I might as well just viewed it and just told you to still edit it. So
I have a vision.
And Ron.
I saw you blink.
Right. Dennis and is it Tia? Am I saying that right? Dennis and Tia Travel says, I love to edit. I love when the edit comes out the way you visualize it or better. We were kind of just having a conversation about that. It's that editing. I feel like I start getting overwhelmed with editing because I feel like we have so much content now and trying to balance everything. But it is something about bringing it all together after having all those clips. And it is a really good feeling.
It is.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Makai Harris TV says, question, what 3 tips would you offer to someone looking to start their own travel agency?
Ooh, so as someone who just stepped into it myself, if you really, really want to be thrown into it, start doing wave season because that has been something. But I'll let Ray, you do it because you got more experience in the travel agency side. So
as always, pack your patience.
Yeah.
What I've learned is that, and this is kind of like with business, period, that the people you think that are going to support you in it are not the ones. It's always people that's outside of the people you know, or they're a little bit outside of the people you know. So if you want to get into it, just understand that the support is going to come from different directions than what you would normally get it from.
Right.
2, again, pack your patience because you are going to have clients that are a nightmare. And I had one client, I could give this story, where I didn't realize until the end, she was asking me all these questions. And then she said, okay, well, I'll email you back in 2 days. And then she was like, well, I got this quote from another agent and can you get this same price? And I matched the price. And then she's like, okay, I'll email you back. And then next thing I know, they are in the Bahamas after all this. And so that becomes frustrating. So that's why I say, pack your patience, and then you have to take your time in understanding because a lot of these, especially with cruising, but I think with a lot of with just the travel things, period, there's so much stuff to learn. as a consumer, you think, okay, I'm just going to the hotel and just enjoying myself and just going on a trip vacation. But for us who are travel advisors, or for anyone who's ever been a travel advisor or have been in that space, you understand that it's so much to learn. And then you think you done learned it all. They're like, oh yeah, the new module's out. You like, what the? I just finished the other day. And so just understand there's a lot to learn, but if you want to get with it and get into it, you can. And it's fulfilling, especially when you see people go on their first, like we've had clients who've gone on their first cruises and they have enjoyed it. Like my brother him and his wife went on their first cruise last year, and I get an email, it was like, it said his name, but it said your brother and his wife have booked another cruise already. They did the onboard cruise. They bought another cruise on put a down payment. They did another down payment, so they enjoyed it that much. And then we have friends who do it, and so now you know to see a client's happiness or being fulfilled off of something that you did is satisfactory. Getting there can be a little tough, but once you get them there, I think my biggest struggle is I want them to get on the ship. We done went through all these questions. We done went through all these answers. We done did all this stuff. Just get on the ship. If you get on the ship and just follow ship time, I am less worried about it.
Yeah.
So
Ray is nervous every time we have a client that's getting on the ship. He's always like, "Oh my God, they should be getting on right now. They should be getting on right now." He's like, he's always nervous. And then once they get on, then it's good. So
yeah. I would say for those looking to start their own travel agency, do research. Find a good host agency. That for me is the biggest thing. If you don't have a good foundation, that can be difficult. So research different host agencies. You want to start off with a host agency, someone that's going to give you access to professional development. They're going to kind of be there to help coach you. They're going to give you errors and omissions insurance. They're going to connect you with the organizations that you need, like CLIA, and they're going to really help guide you. Now, there will be some sort of commission split, but as your sales go up, you know, usually if you have a good host, then your commission split goes down. You might have to pay a monthly fee or what have you, but research and find a good host agency. I'm going to tell you, my host agency is KHM Travel Group. I always talk about them, and I've only had one host agency because we are a multi-million-dollar travel agency, and that honestly is thanks to their support and guidance, because we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them. So I'm very thankful for them. I would also say, again, like Ray said, pack your patience, because a couple of things, you're going to be dealing with all types of people.
Yep.
I feel like I naturally have some of that patience built in, being an educator and administrator, so I kind of know how to deal with people. But there's some days where I'm like,
some days.
Well, today was one of those days, but
it's any day that ends in Y.
It's been a really busy time, guys. When I tell you, we've been like nonstop. So we're so thankful for the business, but it's like getting we've already added on an agent, but it's getting crazy to where like, okay, we might need a third agent. Like that's just how it's growing, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But
still wouldn't let me help.
Absolutely not.
Come on, Ron.
So you got to pack your patience out, and then also pack your patience, because you're not going to get paid immediately. That is the biggest. People don't understand. I've had people to message me and say, "Hey, I just started my travel agency. Like, when am I going to get paid? When are your people traveling?" I mean, you're not going to get paid till travel happens. And so, like for us, it took a solid year before, like, of building up our travel agency before we started getting weekly paychecks.
Yes.
Now we're to the point where I'm not going to miss a week, because I have people traveling almost every day. And so it's, pack your patience. You're not going to get paid immediately. And I think a lot of people go into it because they need that extra cash, or they want the extra cash, not understanding that more than likely you're not getting somebody that's booking a trip for next month. They're booking for next year. And so you're going to have to wait a whole year out to get that pay. And that is a huge deal for a lot of people. And I would also say that if you are somehow in the content creation space, or if you can somehow get into the content creation space, that is going to be a game changer for your agency. I know it's kind of hard to do both at the same time or learn two different skill sets, But I honestly don't think, if it wasn't for YouTube, because 80% of our clients come from YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, social media, I don't think our agency would be where it is. So I would say if you can somehow get into that space as well, or if you're already in there, or if you take pictures and video, posting and sharing your personal things, it's more powerful than posting stock photos or taking what the cruise line has as far as their sales and just posting it. People don't care. They can go on Royal Caribbean's website and see that. But if they see you on a Royal Caribbean ship, now they're convinced and they want to book. And they, even if it's through a picture, it doesn't have to be a full-length video like we do. But I really believe that's been a game changer for us.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys are doing awesome. We really love to see
Absolutely.
it. Just congratulations on all the growth on the channel and the agency. Like, it's just amazing to see. It's really inspiring and we just love it.
Thank you. And we wish you guys the best. I mean, it's like I said, it takes time. You guys already have the foundation. I mean, you have amazing content out there. People, they're going to come. And when they start coming, it's going to be like, what is going on? Because that's where I'm at, like right now, like, okay, I don't even know where to go, what to do. Like, it's mind blowing. But it's, you build that trust through your vlogs and the content and the information that you share. And people see you as an expert. And they're going to want to come and book because they have confidence that you're going to help guide them on their vacations, on their travels. So, yeah, just keep pushing. You guys got it. And I'm excited to see your growth and what happens with Team Reese Travels as you guys continue on. So I'm always excited to see that. So
thank
you so much.
Direct correlation between the amount of travel you do and the amount of business that happens with the travel agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just even to back up. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, even like to back up what you said as far as the travel and correlating with your own travel and then selling travel. When I met with my host agency and explained, what we do already, they were like, this is the direction you need to go in because of the space you're already in. And to be able to get tailored advice like that to that, one, a good host agency, and two, they even acknowledge that because you are already a creator and you already have a following on all these different social media platforms, this is a tailored plan that is going to work for you. So,
yeah, David brought in. He's getting antsy. But the content creation it's a true game. I mean, it's just like, and I'm so thankful. Like, some days I get overwhelmed because it's just a lot, but it's like, I'm just so thankful that people entrust us with booking their travel and help plan their vacations. And it's just awesome. So,
but more so they entrust you.
Yeah. They entrust me. Joe Linda says, I'm traveling to St. Thomas next June. Where do you catch the safari bus outside the Carnival Cruise Port to get to Coral World? You're going to catch that safari bus outside where the Wendy's is. So you have Wendy's. I can't think of the name of the store. There's a grocery store on the corner. You're going to be on the opposite side to go to Coral World. So you just make sure you ask the safari bus driver if they're going to Coral World.
And that's why they book with Rockwell.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you go.
Yep.
It's the Pueblo. The name of the store is called Pueblo.
See?
Hey guys, Raquel probably didn't share this with you, but she does have a photographic memory.
I do. You guys probably see me. I constantly look up whenever I'm talking because I have to visualize what it looks like. But I know that there's a Wendy's right here. So when you walk out of the cruise terminal, there's a Wendy's. There's a Pueblo when you're facing the Wendy's. There's a Pueblo to the right. You have to catch the bus stop across from the Pueblo to go to Coral World, which is outside of Coki Beach. So just ask for Coki Beach and you'll get to Coral World. All right, we're gonna start wrapping this up. Dennison, Tia says, my bucket list must go to Thailand. You've been there.
I've been there.
Love it. I want to go.
Yeah, I want to go there too.
Let's see.
I did it with her brother, 10 plus years ago? Yeah, he said he'll never travel with me again. He said it was too hard. Which is somewhat true.
Did you party hard, Ron? Is that what it is? You party too hard?
No, I just have a lot of requirements. I got to be in bed at a certain time.
Ron said he got rules, okay?
Right. Desiree says, good evening. Finally caught your live and had to get on my phone to say hello. I subscribe to both of your channels and watch often.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that. Sorry, guys, I'm just scrolling through. Dennis and Tia says, yes, we're doing a group cruise for the kids to Celebration Key. Nice. We have a
Nice.
group cruise going to Celebration Key too, where it's Carnival Conquest, July 21st to the 25th. It was supposed to be the first or one of the first sailings going to Celebration Key, but it's not anymore. But we're going to be on board with 120 so people for that. So if you want to join us, feel free to reach out. It says, Cassandra says, good evening. Do you all train individuals that desire to become travel advisors?
Anyone but her husband. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I personally do not. I am working on once I can get things stable with the travel agency, because it's just like really booming, honestly. Once I get things stable, then I do plan to have some sort of master class or digital framework to kind of talk about becoming a travel agent, kind of combining that with being a content creator. But right now, because that's like the number one question in my inbox. I get that asked more than about cruises, like booking cruises, is how can I travel as much as you? How did you become a travel advisor? How can I start my own business? I get that. And I'll be honest, I get overwhelmed with that now because I keep getting that. And I feel like, okay, I have this video. I've already talked about it. Here's a link. I'm constantly sharing it, but it's just too much. I can't always respond to those comments. So if you have sent that and I didn't respond, it's probably because I'm just constantly getting that. So at some point, yes, there are people that are out there doing it and doing it well. So I would say research to see if there are coaches for travel advisors, because there are quite a few already out there doing it. I just want to make sure that before I start doing it, that I truly have the time to commit to it. Being an educator by nature, I would love to do something like that. I just personally have to find the time between traveling, creating content, and a travel agency, which at this point I really don't have much free time. So,
And guys, and I'll be honest with you, Ray and Kiki, you probably don't know this about me, but I'm extremely petty. So I will keep on bringing up the same stuff again and again. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
That's all right. We got a few petty bones in our bodies too, so we all right.
I think I got more than Kiki.
Yeah, you do. You got
I
me.
can see that. New Rocks Travel says, okay, do you guys have a video like 101 of vlogging for YouTube beginners? Do you guys have anything like that on your channel?
We do not. We haven't done any real like consulting type videos on that. All of our tip stuff is more related to cruising and travel.
Well, we got the meet and eye video.
Oh yeah, we do. That's right. So the video of the year that we won for Meet and I was for the content creator event that we hosted on the Meet and I cruise. That is the one video. I wouldn't call it a 101 on how to be a creator, but it was a video that was related to
it's pretty thorough though.
Life as a creator and sharing tips for YouTube specifically, mostly on that platform. So that video is out there.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I probably could put together. That wouldn't take too long about vlogging, because I really feel like when I talk to other creators, there are some creators that like really like they have teams behind them. They are, the way they vlog, they have these massive cameras. I really feel like I keep it pretty simple. I in fact had somebody on this last cruise that I was on tell me that I didn't look like a vlogger, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? And their explanation was that I didn't have the equipment and I didn't have this and that. I literally just hold my GoPro and, that's what it is. There's usually not even a light on it. So, but they were like, you don't look like a vlogger. I'm like, well, I am.
Yeah. I think that's what draws people to you though, Rockwell. Like you look at your videos and you don't see somebody that's just trying to put a production together for someone. You see someone that's on vacation and sharing like real life. This tastes nasty. I don't like it. This is good. It's great. Yeah, try that, but stay away from that. Don't take this bus. It ain't safe. I don't like the way that guy look up. Like that's what you get. And I think that people are drawn because people want real experiences now. Like I think it's a draw.
I think, and you talked about it earlier, and I think and Kiki talked about it too, just being authentic. And so when people see you as authentic, it helps sell. And so when you get on there, Rockwell, and you like, if I did not know that you were an educator, I would have thought that you had some kind of educator background because of how when you vlog, you teach.
Mm-hmm.
You teach people how to do X and do Y and go. Like that person asks you, and I'm sorry to say that person, but the comment asks you how to get to the particular bus, and you was like, oh yeah, well you just do XYZ and there you are. And it's easy. It's just like,
then I would have been like, I think it was over by
like, I've heard of that.
Right. I remember the library was right there.
So that's definitely you. You are a teacher to your heart, and it comes out in your vlogs, and it comes out in just whatever you do. You could just see it, the passion you have for just educating people, no matter what it is, and it's there. And I know it'll never go away because it's there and it's naturally there, and it's not just, oh well, let me say it like this so they can get a better understanding. It's just like, here it is, and what else you need to know. And it's like that, not in a rude way, but in a way where, hey, this is it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's just, again, that's kind of the goal, is to try to educate and teach people. This is kind of, and you guys do the exact same thing. I mean, we're all kind of, we're all doing it. We're all teaching. I think pretty much any content creator out there, you're giving some sort of information. Even just, even the content creators that are really just showing, this is what I'm doing. A lot of people need to have that. They want to see it before they do it. So even if you're not like in the camera all day just talking, this is how you do this, and this, they're capturing your environment and what you're doing, and they're learning from that. So I think all content creators are educators in a sense, because you're sharing things and people are learning from all content creators.
Absolutely.
Yeah, David Ruffin's getting tired over here. Someone asked, does anyone use Canva? I use Canva every day.
Yeah. I don't like it for editing videos though. I tried to edit with it. I could not stand it, but I love it for pictures and graphics and presentations and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why I don't get to edit, because I like using it for editing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't use it for editing, but I use it more so on the travel agency side. So when I'm creating flyers for groups, if I'm creating promotions, like I use it more so for that. But and for like thumbnails for YouTube. So I use Canva all the time. That's one of my, that's a constant app on my phone. I'm constantly using it. Let's see. Dennis and Tia says it's a lot of work, more than you would think. It is a lot of work. It really is a lot of work, but for me, it's fun work. I would rather this work than the work I was doing before. And I went to school and got my doctorate for that. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, I love being a teacher. I love being a school principal, but this work is fun because I get to travel and see things and be home with the family. And yeah, it's work, but it's
a good time.
And guys, I stand corrected. She did let me do something for the travel agency. She let me drop off the Christmas cards at the post office box.
That is an important job, Ron.
He did it
that
on
is
time.
Right, Ray? Did it happen on time?
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Ron.
Thank you.
They said good advice. On the Go Yellow says good advice. Do your research. I'm not happy with my host agency, but I'm my biggest client right now because you're always on the go as well. Micaiah Harris TV says thanks for answering my question. I'm a videographer and went to college for communications and media studies. That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Meet and I says this was so awesome. Great conversation. We appreciate you being here, Meet and I, and all your support with everything. Let's see, just scrolling, making sure I didn't miss any questions. Let's see. Dennis and Tia says, I'm going to be honest, MH Family Ventures, when I first saw your vlogs, I was like, this lady doesn't know what she's doing.
Hey.
And I actually listened to what you were saying, and your content is great. Okay.
Tell us how you really feel, Dennis and Tia. Hey, y'all.
What video were you watching? I'm curious now. We're going to have a sidebar conversation. What video were you watching when you thought I didn't know what I was doing?
Probably that pumpkin pie video.
Probably. The red sweet potatoes. Makai Harris asked Team Reese, what is your favorite activity to partake in as a family on a sea day? That's a good question.
Oh, that's funny because we have like 3 different favorites, and that's another one of those things that makes it hard on sea day. I love to just lay out, find a place to lay in the sun or by the pool and just chill out. Ray likes to, what do you like to do, Ray?
I like to chill and smoke invisible cigars.
Invisible cigars.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Okay.
cheaper that way.
But I'm an activity person too. So I like to stop by bingo at some point. I like to eat good on C days. If you look at a C day vlog, I guarantee you're gonna see me eating like 4 times in a C day.
I like to chill, get a little tan, show people I'm on vacation for real. And what else? I honestly, when I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. I know we have to work, but when we get a C day and we can just chill, that's when I'm ready to do it. Just chill, relax, let my hair down, and just go for it.
Yeah. And RJ just likes to be in whatever water activity is available.
Absolutely.
The pool, the water slide, that kind of stuff is his thing for C days.
And what do you like to do on C day? What do you like to do on C days?
I like the water, so I'm always
On the balcony or
mesmerized by the water. So that
Mm-hmm.
is, and
That's me.
One of the things that when I was in college, I wrote a paper about how I saw myself living. It was like 20 years out, and it was always on the water, doing something. I didn't realize that my wife would end up doing that, and I would have that outlet via her. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Raina says, I piggyback with Team Reese. I absolutely love y'all's videos. They're so informative. I've been binge watching them for 2 weeks. Of course, we love Joe Marie. Well, Joe Marie's going to start picking up the camera here soon, so stay tuned for that. I think the boys have kind of fizzled out with they don't mind being on camera or whatever, but they just, yeah, they're older. So, but Joe Marie's a creative, and she's an artist. She loves to draw and what have you, but she's been really talking about she wants to start her own YouTube channel. I'm not for that yet, so I told her, when we start traveling, and she starts cruising again, she's going to have her own camera to start giving more her perspective, so you're going to see a lot more from Joe Marie. So I'm excited for that. Makai's asking Team Reese, when should we expect new cruise itineraries for reconnecting at sea, the couples cruise?
Yeah, so we didn't even talk about Reconnected at Sea. So that's our couples group cruise that we are co-hosting along with Parkers on the Go and Your Favorite Couple. It's actually happening. We'll be on the ship in a month, so I'm excited about that.
You can still come
on
board,
the Celebrity Ascent. Yeah, so that's as of right now. We have not made plans for the next one, so keep your eyes open. If, the YouTube family is going to be the first to know whenever something else comes up. So we're going on. We're going to go and we're going to enjoy cruise number 1. And we're gonna see where it goes from there, okay? But y'all gonna know. If anything goes next, you will know.
Yeah, we really wanted to be on board. I just think it was the issue because it's a 7-night cruise, and it was like, oh man, it's kind of hard, with the kids in school and this and that. But yeah, I definitely say I'm sure there's going to be a second one. We would love to try to get on board. I think that's going to be an amazing group cruise, and you guys are partnered with Your Favorite Couple and Parkers on the Go.
Parkers on the Go.
See, I think it's an awesome idea.
And that is actually going to be our first time cruising together without RJ. We have never cruised. We've only been on one vacation without him. It was 2 days in New York City. So we're super excited to just experience cruising as adults on our own, and then to be with 2 other amazing co-hosts that we love, that are friends, and then we have a bunch of amazing couples that are coming along with us. So it's gonna be a good time.
Well, looking forward to that content. And then last comment, again, we have 138 watching. We appreciate you guys staying strong with us and staying tuned in for this conversation. If you're not already subscribed to Team Reese, please be sure to go over and subscribe. But Dennis and Tia says, not sure what videos I was watching, but now whenever we are going on a cruise, I watch MH Family Adventures, Team Reese Travels, Your Favorite Couple, and of course, Life with Us TV. And somebody else dropped a comment to say Life with Us TV. If you guys don't know Lynette and Stanley, they are also amazing content creators and travel advisors. And somebody said that they are teaching a course. So you might want to go over to Life with Us TV because they are definitely ones to follow. Matthew says, is MSC Cruise top of the line? MSC Cruise would be an entry level cruise line. Very budget friendly.
You just got off them.
Yeah, I just got off MSC 2 days ago. They're not top of the line. I like MSC.
They are top of the budget.
They are very budget friendly. They give a great value. I love their itineraries. They have beautiful ships, but they are not top of the line. But I do recommend MSC cruises for those that are budget conscious, want to have a good time. I recommend MSC, but they're not top of the line. um, let's see. Let's see. What made you guys decide to do the Icon movie versus the usual vlog?
So that's the thing. We did do the usual vlogs too. They just didn't get the push that we thought they would have. We've been doing movies after our series now since we got on Allure. So that's probably 2.5 years ago. But the movies never really moved. And when we got to the end of the Icon series, I was just so ready to be done with the series that I was like, I'm not doing nothing else with Icon content. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it together, throw the movie out and see what happens with it. And thank God I did, because it did just really elevate the channel quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said earlier, Siobhan was the person who originally said, hey, you ought to try movies. And we tried them. Never had a movie take off like that one did, but that one did its thing. And we're very, very happy with how that turned out.
I will say that the Allure video did good. The one where we were in the specialty dining restaurant that you get when you get the junior suite and up.
Yeah.
That restaurant, the people really love, because we figured out, what we have figured out is that if you can get videos or content of areas that's not really on YouTube, then people were like, oh, I never knew that was available, or I never knew that was there. Right. And so that's what happened with that Allure video too. But the Icon movie, yeah, it was just like, we out here. So we appreciate that.
And sometimes, so those of you that are content creators, a lot of times those movies will attract a different group of subscribers or potential subscribers. And so, like the same case with us, we did our Europe, our first trip to Europe or cruise to Europe, sisters cruise, which we now have a group cruise coming for that. We had the parts to it, which was probably 7 parts. Those vlogs did well. But then when I put it all together as a 4-hour movie, it's now over 200,000 views. And we probably, like you said, you gained 1,500 subscribers from your Icon. We probably are like that or more from that. It's just, I think those longer, there's an audience of people that like the longer movies. Yep. And so you're going to get new subscribers from those movies. My issue with the movies now, I'm starting to think that the movies affect you in the algorithm, because if you have these long videos, and let's say our vlogs are usually more than 30 minutes. Our vlogs usually are average 30 to 45 minutes. And you put that all together, you get 4-hour long movies. And so I think sometimes it might trigger the algorithm that people aren't as interested, because you have 4 hours and they only watch 30 minutes of it. And so when you start releasing your shorter vlogs, it's not pushing you out as far. So I think the algorithm is so quirky. You don't know what it's doing, when it's doing it, why it's doing it. And so I've
not to mention it's changing every other week too. So.
It sure is. So we're kind of tapering back on the movies. We will release some of those movies later, but right now I'm like, let's just keep pushing our content and see if it can continue to move out there. But somebody said, and this is gonna be our last question because we have to go, says, what is and Song, this is a very good point. He says, what makes a cruise top of the line? I will say this, because yes, I do need to be cautious on kind of how I say what I say. Top of the line for me may be different from someone else. So there could be someone out there that MSC to them is top of the line. It's really about your perspective, and kind of what you want in cruising, what you like in cruising, what have you. Because what I think is a budget cruise line, that might be top dollar for someone else. So I do recognize that. For me, MSC is not top of the line, because when I think of top of the line, I'm thinking of a cruise line or a cruise ship that just has exceptional service, exceptional food, exceptional shows. There's only one cruise ship that I can say has kind of fallen into those categories, and that's going to be Celebrity Ascent. From the cruises that I've personally been on, I've cruised pretty much all the major lines. I've been on 65 cruises. So I mean, I have experience in kind of, being able to categorize where those are. I have not done a true luxury line, but Celebrity is a mid-luxury line. And so for me, based on my perspective and my experience, that's everything was pretty much exceptional. MSC, I'm going to say the food is good. The entertainment is good. The ships are excellent. The service is good. Sometimes great, depends. But I would not rate
across the board
exceptional for MSC. just for me. But there are people out there that I'm sure they'll say that no, MSC is top of the line for them. For me, it's not.
Yeah, I agree. I Ray has not cruised MSC yet. I'm looking forward to getting on there with him one day, but I had a really good experience on the ship I was on, but I did have a few mishaps, and those few mishaps would make me not put MSC anywhere near the top of my list because for one, I like to eat and the food wasn't great to me. I need the food to be exceptional for me to make it a top of the line cruise. In fact, I love y'all want a Team Reese exclusive? Want Team Reese exclusive today?
Yes.
So we did a mother-son cruise. I did a mother-son cruise with RJ last year on the MSC Magnifica. Our mother-son cruise this year is going to be on the Meraviglia, sailing out of New York City in March. So never sailed from New York and haven't experienced MSC's larger ships. So I'm hoping that because we had a good experience on a smaller ship, that we'll get onto this bigger one and that I can maybe move MSC a little bit higher up my list, but we'll see. But at this point, I wouldn't say that it's top of the line. Right now, top of the line for me is Disney and Celebrity. They are right together.
Yeah.
So we got this is I think this is our first exclusive. Thank
you for sharing that. And this is why you guys need to make sure that you go over and follow Team Reese, because they're going to have a lot of cruise. They already have a lot of cruise content and travel content available. They have the Travel Tips Tuesday that they're releasing every Tuesday, and they're going to have some upcoming content. So yeah, if you're trying to see if MSC is top of the line, wait for their vlogs. Go check. We have 8 different ships of MSC. They're good. I personally like MSC. I will cruise MSC on any given day. But will I consider them top of the line? No. Now, World America's coming out. That might change things up a little bit.
That might make the difference.
It might make a difference. So we'll see what's going to happen with MSC World America. But let's see. We're ending this chat with 140 people. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you all.
Kiki and Ray, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all
us tonight.
Thank you. We always, we never take it for granted when someone extends their platform to us. I think that is always a huge honor. And so thank you very much for allowing us to be on here. And thank you to everybody that's watching. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
We appreciate it. And I apologize if you asked questions or if you left comments and I didn't get a chance to read through it. I told them we would keep this at an hour, and we're well over that. So, but it's been a great conversation. Good. Now, again, where can people find you guys?
We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're Team Reese Travels across all of those platforms. We have
Black Planet too.
Okay, right. and we, new videos every Sunday and every Tuesday, and live streaming every other Sunday for Sunday Shenanigans live stream. So we're all over the place. You can find us at Team Reese Travels everywhere.
And you want to make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because there's a special event happening tomorrow on your channel. Is that correct?
There is, yes.
Event?
So we have our launch party tomorrow. When we decided that I was going to step into this travel agency game along with Ray, we decided to make some changes behind the scenes with what we're doing as far as our brand. And we just want to announce those to everyone, tell everyone what's going on. We're planning some giveaways during that live stream, planning to share some of what we've been working on and, what we can offer, what those changes mean for our existing community and what that means for our clients and any new clients that are coming on. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a little something for everybody.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are too. So make sure you hop over to Team Reese, subscribe there, follow them on all of the platforms. They are on TikTok because they didn't delete their app. So follow them on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And then tomorrow, and then you guys also, what do you guys do on Sundays? Because you guys have a ongoing live stream on Sundays.
Yes, every other Sunday we have Sunday Shenanigans. That's just our Sunday live stream. We get on, we talk cruising and travel and whatever else comes up because it is the shenanigans. So we'll actually have Sunday Shenanigans this Sunday. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a beautiful thing that you guys, husband and wife, working together to build a business. I really commend you guys for doing that.
He works too much to even whatever.
It's all about knowing what the best place is for everybody, Ron. That's all. We just,
Right. Yeah, do what you were meant to do. And on that note, we appreciate everyone who stayed part of this conversation, part of this cruise chit chat. We appreciate it. If you guys can be sure to leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, head over to Team Reese, subscribe to them. We are going to close out now. Our next chit chat Tuesday, I have to look at I don't even know what the calendar is. I might be on a cruise. So make sure you have the notification bell on to see. I think I might be on a cruise 2 weeks from today. I don't know.
It's still
stay tuned.
Yeah.
2 weeks we won't be in January. It's January 21st. I might be on a cruise. So stay tuned. Turn that notification bell on. Subscribe to Team Reese Travels. And I was going to put you on the spot, Ray, because you always say some very profound things. And you guys end your Sunday shenanigans with your
Motivations by Ray.
Yeah, something quick motivational that you'd like to share. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I love it.
It's okay. Just prepare for new possibilities and new opportunities. Get your mind right, get your spirit right, get your head wrapped around it. And but in order to do that, you gotta let some stuff go too. You can't put new stuff and old stuff together because they don't mix. So just get ready for new opportunities and new possibilities. And ask God to just take away what you don't need and put in what you do need.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. Right. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Big Murph's Life says, take us to church, Ray.
Big Murph be hanging out with us on Sundays too.
Yes, we appreciate you guys being here. And I didn't tell you guys this before we whenever I hit end, exit out because it'll still record us behind the scenes. So exit out and I'll chat with you guys in a little bit. But again, everyone, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And stay tuned for the next Chit Chat Tuesday. Again, we'll have some other guests on board throughout 2025. So stay tuned and follow us on all platforms. Follow us here. Subscribe to Team Reese. Subscribe to us. And
Cruise Kibitz. I forgot about Cruise Kibitz. Subscribe to Cruise Kibitz too.
Yes.
Cruise Kibitz. Yes. Cruise Kibitz is a podcast hosted by myself and Siobhan from Parkers on the Go and Sig the Solo Cruiser. We have new episodes every single Thursday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is on all your podcasting networks, your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, and here on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to come behind you, but I forgot about it.
But yes, on my list.
Right. We both forgot it.
Yeah, and guys, check out the podcast. They have some amazing things. And I told Kiki this before. Kiki has a voice for a podcast. And it was one day I messaged her and I said, has anyone ever told you sound like Jennifer Hudson? I watched the Jennifer Hudson show. And it was like, I think I was cooking and I heard it. I said, why is Kiki on my TV? And I said, oh, that's Jennifer Hudson. And her voice sounds like she really has a voice for podcasts and radio. And I just love it. But yes, definitely follow Cruise Kibitz as well because they have some really good information between Siobhan from Parkers on the Go, Cheryl from Save the Cruiser, and then, of course, Kiki from Team Reese Travel. So, again, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to try to
for real this time.
We are for real this time. But this has been great. We appreciate you guys being here. Everyone watching again, thank you. Have a great week. Stay warm, and we will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Take care.
Bye, guys.
See you later.